Welcome back to Golden Rust or Bust. Now, if it looks different, it's because I'm actually back at Kevin's shop. Say hi, Kevin.
Hello, I'm Kevin.
Oh, he's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
And we also have a special guest appearance. Angus, say hello.
Hello.
And also...
Italian Jesse.
Italian Jesse. Jesse, say hello. So on today's episode, we have a 1940s chainsaw.
That is an understatement.
It's a large chainsaw. Stay tuned. So, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea where to even start on this thing. So we're gonna start by pulling out the spark plug. We know that the engine is free turning with good compression. But yeah, so
Where did you find this thing?
So I actually found this thing at a barn.
That shed?
Yeah.
That we were pulling cars out of?
Yeah.
I never saw this.
Kevin was pulling cars out of this shed, and he goes, "Hey, I know where another John Deere 440 is." So I was like, "Okay, awesome! Another snowmobile that I can go and get, for parts." Well, it was buried so deep I couldn't get it out, but I saw these chainsaws. So there's actually two of them. I saw these chainsaws sitting there, and I was like, that sounds actually kind of fun. So I bought them, and I'm an idiot, but it's okay.
These have to be worth something. These are the craziest things I've ever seen.
They're
two barn fine condition, two-stroke?
Two-stroke. It's a two-stroke chainsaw. It's one of the largest chainsaws I've ever seen in my life.
If not ever made.
So,
it's like the size of those big V8 chainsaws they have for exhibitions.
Yeah, so a guy stands over there and holds on to that, and then I hold on to this part, like right here, and then you pick it up and you do the saw cutting on the log with
I
it.
don't want to be on this end.
No, that end is scary.
I don't want to be on either of those ends. Because the top of the chain's coming at you on this end if it ever breaks.
Yeah, if it breaks, it's cutting your collarbone and arm off.
You're gonna die.
You're just dead. You just freaking dead.
You better hope it breaks in the wood.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to dig into this thing. I think I'm going to take the spark plug out, put the spark plug up on top of the engine, pull it through, see if we have spark. Probably not. So if we don't have spark, I'm pretty sure this thing has points in it. Take the flywheel off, file the points, and see if we have the Sparky Spark McGee. All right, so I'm starting to take my spark plug out, which is actually kind of loose, so that worries me just a tad bit. That's an AC Delco?
Probably before the Delco was added.
Holy crap, look at that spark plug. It's actually really clean. Come on, focus.
I'm going to go on a limb and say this thing has just about no hours on it.
So I'm going to put this back on, pull it through, and see if we have spark. Which I doubt. But one man can hope. All right, first pull to see if we have spark. I'm going to go on a limb and say no.
Here, I'll lend you a hand.
Oh, a hand!
I'll hold it in the camera so you can pull hard.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to just...
Got to get ourselves a good ground here, too.
That's almost impossible to find.
That it am. Then it be.
You got to wind it up.
I'm so glad they invented the recoil.
The recoil. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep. I did not see it.
No Sparky. Okay. So, guess we're going to have to take the flywheel off, get behind there, and I'm assuming that there's points behind there. I don't know.
That sounds terrible. I'm going to leave you to it.
Thanks. Okay, so I got the first part of the flywheel, which was a little plate that was held on by three screws, or 3 bolts, whatever you want to call it. And so the first plate that you take off is actually your flywheel puller. They give you one with it. These guys were smart. And so it's a little thin. It's It's a little thin, but it says use this to remove flywheel, which is kind of smart. And then what you do is you put this over top. There's a nut that goes over top that right there, then your crankshaft. And you put this over the nut. The nut has a little washer welded on the back. And then when you screw the nut out, back the nut out, it actually will pull your flywheel off. So, good to know. Cool. All right, so we got some guys messing with some tanks over here. So they're having fun with a Jeep project. I've popped off my wheel to my vintage chainsaw, and I've located the points, which are absolutely disgusting. They need to be filed. So I'm going to get a file in there and file those points up, and hopefully this coil didn't get moisture in it and mess it all up, and we'll have some fireage. So, all right, so I've got my sandpaper in here and gonna file these points up and get back to you when they're nice and shiny. Mint. All right, so we got a good setup here. I filed the points. We got a nice starter here. He's gonna hop on there on the shaft of the crank, and let's see if we got spark.
Ready?
Yep. Oh yeah. Wow. Now is it like really good?
Yeah, dude, it's jumping between the points.
Oh, is it really?
And the tail, and then it's jumping between the Allen wrench.
Oh, see, I'm only looking there, so that's probably why I'm.
It's really good.
Okay, all right. Well, then it most likely will run then.
Yeah, we flogged the cylinder with some oil too, and it's.
Oh yeah, no, we got good spark. We got good spark.
Dude, throw some brake clean or something. You know what? I got gas in the bucket. Strip a little in there and see if it makes noise.
Mint.
12 routes to kind of all lead till we die.
Okay, we put a little gas in it, and we're gonna see if she. You might not want to hold that there because you might get a good little jolty jolt.
It right there.
All right, we'll see if she.
Makes a pop. That's what we're looking for. Oh, she made a pop. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's just way more compression now, and I don't have a real fitting for this. Oh, dang it! I think it's flywheel time. All right, John. I'm going to zoom your phone all the way out so we can just include this nonsense. What's the shovel for?
Hold that in. But not have me right there.
Let's set this on the ground.
Set it on the ground.
That bucket's full of gas.
Yeah, it's not a great idea. Here, I'll.
It would remove the floor. I imagine you stand on the whole thing.
Yep. All right, first start, and I don't know how many years, but a long time. This works in 3, 2. Hey! All right.
Oh, she lives.
She's alive.
That was scary.
So I got the thing to fire up. However, the issue is, fuel and gas, and oh my God, what are you guys doing? So what actually happened is somebody left fuel in the tank, and I took the thing off, and I didn't show you guys. I'm sorry. Been cleaning it out with rags, but this is pleasant. This is a pleasant. That's what you want in your fuel system. Just a nice gabagoo. That's friendly, and the fact that it sticks to the thing is great. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that out and clean my carburetor up and put gas in it and see if it'll come to life. We got it to fire up a couple times, but I don't know. It's kind of being finicky, just like all chainsaws are. So. day 2. I got a new spark plugs, a couple of them, and I guess it's time to see if this thing wants to run. I put a new spark plug in this old beast, and I'm gonna pull her through and see if she wants to come alive. I got a really late start to my day today. I went out for lunch and it took over an hour to get my food, so I wasn't too happy. It's alive! So, the reason why it wasn't going to stay running is because the spark plug was fouled. And so it might have sparked not under pressure, but under pressure it doesn't allow the spark to spark between the electrode and the tip. It sparks down on the insulator, and so that's why it didn't want to run. So, hey, we got a running chainsaw. Kind of, sort of, kind of. So I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more and see if I can get it to stay running. We at least got the chain to go through. That was really neat. Hell yeah. Well, Angus and I are messing around with this old saw, and we needed to tighten the blade. And I was like, how do you tighten the blade on? And he found it. Tell him what you found.
It's actually pretty crazy and genius. So down here at the second man handle, there's this little bolt-looking thing. Well, it turns out it's a pull pin. You pull the pin, you twist the handle, and it turns a screw inside like a normal tensioner on a chainsaw, and it pulls this end of the handle with the sprocket forward and back. So that's super easy. Don't even have to loosen any bolts.
Yeah, tighten it up for us. You can see it getting tighter. That is nuts. That is so crazy.
That's too tight. Back off. Set her in, and I think we need to tighten these.
Yeah, just a little bit, but that's nuts.
That's super easy, and it makes sense. If you're out in the middle of the woods, you don't want to be taking this giant saw apart. Big brain. Oh, that's sweet. It's cooler and cooler.
That is probably one of the coolest things I've seen on like a saw in a long time. Still, you ain't got nothing on Maul, boy. It is heavy, though. It is way too heavy for a saw. And it sounds mean. It sounds like a rabid dog, like, blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounds like.
It does.
All right, so I'm back home in Davenport for the weekend. And it's like currently, like, I don't know, cold. So anyways, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to fire up in the cold. Should be fun.
Oh, it's only 30.
It's only 30?
It's better than what we've been getting. We've been getting like 9 or 1. 1.
So, as you can see, this thing is a runner because it's cold outside and it wanted to start first pull.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, she's starting to drip some gasoline.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's okay. We'll get her going.
Oh, no. Not the neighbor dog.
No, not the dog.
That dog does not shut up. Come on, old Betsy.
My dog's barking. Neighbor dog's barking. Now it ain't gonna start. Johnny's mad. cut some wood with it down by the river.
Yeah. That's sanitary. So is this.
Somewhere an EPA person is crying.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
Ew.
So yeah, anyway, so we got a running machine. It idles now too, so that's cool. I think the only thing left to do is really go and try and see if we can cut some wood with it. So that's what we're gonna do.
Sounds like a plan.
That's where we're gonna end this video on, and that's what we're gonna do next. So.
Well, the chain will start moving. You just take the brush and just run it along the side of the chain, and a little at a time it'll carry itself around.
All right, we're gonna fire it up.
Got enough fuel to keep it running?
Yeah, should.
Well, it cuts.
I was going to look for a file and sharpen it, but you seem to be in a hurry.
Yeah, real adamant on cutting it.
The chain is rusty and dull. It needs filing.
Yeah, it definitely needs filing, but at least we know it cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the chain was sharp, we'd have been over halfway through by now.
Yep.
But the chain is dull as can be. I run my finger around across the front of it, and there's no sharp edge here at all.
Yeah, earlier.
It's dull. And whoever's been filing this thing has been favoring that side. If you look at how much of a tooth
Tooth
you've
is
got
on that
here
there, yeah.
compared to this next one and the next one. So when the guy filed it, when he filed from that side, he was a lot more efficient at cutting metal off, and he didn't file worth the shit on this side to keep them even. That affects the chain. When you're cutting more on one side than the other, the bar will try to curve off. So, but I would say it would cut a tree down if it had the chain sharpened and you get the oiler pumping.
Pumping, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so we got it running. It was sitting in a barn, middle of Iowa, and $75 for this thing. Just went through the points, cleaned the carburetor, put some fuel in it, new spark plug, and away she runs. So I'm actually pretty proud of this one. It's a neat machine. You don't see any like this really anymore. Check out my friends, Junkyard Digs, Junkyard Mook, Thunderhead 289, Cars and Cameras, Jeremy Rhydes, he's a cool guy. Check him out. And thank you guys for watching. And as always, keep those wrenches turning. Also, like and subscribe.